They say karma takes time, that the universe keeps a ledger, and every action, good or bad, comes back to us in its own mysterious way. But what if karma doesn't always wait? What if sometimes the consequences of our choices arrive so swiftly that we can't help but recognize the lesson? Today, you'll hear a story of one man who made a seemingly harmless decision, only to discover that karma was watching, and it didn't plan to wait for another lifetime. Let's meet our protagonist. His name is Daniel. He's not a saint, but he's not a villain either, just an ordinary guy living an ordinary life in a bustling city. Daniel works as an assistant manager at a small electronics store. He's known for his punctuality, his friendly banter with customers, and his willingness to help out his colleagues. He's the kind of person most people would trust with their lunch money, and he takes pride in being reliable. But like all of us, Daniel isn't immune to temptation. One crisp Thursday morning, the store was unusually busy. Customers flowed in and out, and the staff was stretched thin. In the midst of the chaos, Daniel noticed something. A brand new pair of wireless earbuds left behind at the checkout counter. No one seemed to claim them. He asked his colleagues and even made a quick announcement over the intercom, but there was no response. The earbuds sat there, gleaming in their pristine packaging. That's when a thought crept into Daniel's mind. He'd been eyeing those earbuds for weeks, but they were just out of his price range. And now, here they were, unclaimed, practically calling his name. He hesitated. It's just once, he reasoned. No one will notice. Maybe the owner will never come back. The rationalizations came quickly, soothing his conscience. After all, he worked hard. Didn't he deserve a little treat? So when the store closed and the last customer had left, Daniel quietly slipped the earbuds into his backpack. He told himself he'd wait a few days, just in case someone came looking. But deep down, he knew what he'd done. The next day, Daniel wore the earbuds on his way to work, feeling a mix of excitement and guilt. He convinced himself that no harm had been done. But as he arrived at the store, something felt off. His manager, Ms. Patel, called him into her office. She looked troubled. Daniel, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the regional manager called this morning. The promotion you interviewed for, the one you were shortlisted for, has been canceled. The company's restructuring and all new positions are on hold. Daniel's heart sank. He'd been counting on that promotion. It wasn't just about the money. It was about recognition, about moving up after years of hard work. He tried to hide his disappointment, but the news stung. As the day went on, things only got worse. A regular customer, Mrs. Lopez, came in, visibly upset. She explained that she'd left her brand new earbuds at the counter the day before. She was certain she'd left them there. She even described the packaging in detail. Daniel felt a cold sweat break out on his forehead. He mumbled something about checking the lost and found, but of course the earbuds weren't there. Word spread among the staff about the missing item. Some whispered about theft. Others shook their heads in disbelief. Daniel felt their eyes on him, and guilt gnawed at his insides. He tried to focus on his work, but his mind kept replaying the events of the previous day. That evening, as he left the store, he found that his bike, his main mode of transportation, had a flat tire. Someone had slashed it while it was parked outside. It was a small thing, but it felt like another blow. Over the next few days, Daniel's mood darkened. He couldn't shake the feeling that everything was unraveling. At home, his younger sister confided in him that she'd failed an important exam. She'd always looked up to Daniel for advice, but now he felt like a fraud. Even his friends seemed distant, busy with their own lives. One evening, Daniel sat alone in his apartment, the earbuds lying on the table in front of him. He stared at them, the shine now dulled by his regret. He remembered something his grandfather used to say. What you take that isn't yours will cost you more than you imagine. The next day, Daniel confided in his friend Marcus, a thoughtful, spiritual type who always seemed to have the right words. Daniel told him everything. The temptation, the theft, the guilt, and the string of bad luck that followed. Marcus listened quietly, then said, "Sometimes, karma doesn't wait. When the lesson is urgent, the universe acts quickly. It's not about punishment. It's about showing us the truth of our actions so we can grow. Maybe this is your chance to make things right." Daniel sat with those words. He realized that his recent misfortunes weren't random. They were connected to his own choices. The universe wasn't out to get him. It was offering him a wake-up call. The next morning, Daniel brought the earbuds back to the store. He found Mrs. Lopez's contact information in the customer records and called her. He explained that the earbuds had been found and apologized for the delay. When she came to pick them up, Daniel handed them over with a sincere apology. Mrs. Lopez was surprised but grateful, and she forgave him without pressing for details. But Daniel didn't stop there. He donated a portion of his next paycheck to a local shelter, hoping to balance the scales. He also volunteered to help his sister study for her next exam, determined to support her in any way he could. Slowly, things began to shift. The tension at work eased, and though the promotion was still on hold, Daniel felt lighter, freer. He understood now that integrity wasn't about never making mistakes. It was about owning up to them and making amends. Not all karma waits for the next life. Sometimes, it teaches us here and now in ways we can't ignore. Daniel's story is a reminder that every choice matters, and that the universe is always paying attention. Have you ever experienced instant karma, good or bad? What did it teach you? Share your story in the comments below. If you believe in karma and life lessons, hit like, comment, and subscribe for more true spiritual stories. Remember, the universe is always listening, so let's choose our actions wisely.